Hello, Safe. Elizabeth and Lou. Good evening, Michael. Jakob. Hello, Dee. Hello, Yenna. Kara. Owl Bear.
The overnight lows are going to be in the 40s.
Hello, Hot Herb.
What'd you make that noise for?
I got to get back to Hot Herb. Hello, Yenna. Well, Andrea Dowling Gullidge. Big Strong is present.
Oh,
Kellie.
wow.
Wow.
What are you doing here?
This is special. It's a special podcast.
What are you? Oh, this is my
so big.
Not a big deal
So
haircut.
strong.
I just got it shaped up, everybody.
Hello, Haven.
All right.
Hello, Casey.
Got it kind of shaped up a little bit.
Kara, thank you, Safe. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Cindy. So good to see you. Hello, Jennifer Shashevsky. Hello, Darla. Hello, Holly. Hello, Terry Mabe. Where's Christy Kincaid Norris?
You're not going to start till she gets here?
Hello. Well, typically we don't, but hello, Krista.
You know, I was in bed
Got the World Series on tonight.
at 8:15 last night, knocked out. Not going to happen tonight because it's almost that time again. But yes, I'm messaging Tommy Jean.
Oh,
Tommy Jean's kind of visit me.
hello, Chelsea. Hello, Angelie. Hello, Rachel. All right. Hello, Sam. Sam, I am. Sam, did you get that voicemail I sent? Did you hear how he called me mate twice? Hello, Brittany. Casey. Hello, Christy. Our very, very best customers. Tanya. Kyra. Okay. Hello, Johan Galahar. Sandra. Monica. Oh, man. Distinguished. Very distinguished guests.
Thank y'all for coming.
Hello, Tony.
Thank y'all for coming.
It's Miller time. That file must not have made it then, Sam.
What file?
I sent Sam the voicemail from Brendo so he could hear the fellow.
You sent it to me.
I sent it to Sam also. I know I sent it to you.
I thought maybe you thought you sent it to him, but you sent it to me.
No, I sent it to you and I sent it to Sam. Hello, Brittany.
Can we get going?
Hello, Jennifer Shashevsky. Now I'm just whipping Jennifer on her last name. Something.
Test 1, 2. Test.
Amanda Poker. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Amanda Poker. Please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast that I host. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, and so does my husband, Alan Evans. We're co-hosts.
A trade in the house.
Welcome to our podcast, honey.
I thought you were being exclusive and not inclusive for a minute.
I'm nothing if I'm not inclusive. Thank you for being here, and thank y'all for joining us for another episode of this podcast. I guess this would be considered the Halloween edition, even though it's several days away from Halloween.
I don't have any Halloween drops here. This is the closest thing I have.
What is that? I can't hear it. What is it?
Just the one we play the most, the sound of crickets.
Oh, crickets. Yeah.
Crickets are kind of scary.
Crickets
like
can
on
be
a
scary.
moonlit night.
Yeah, on a dirt road when your car runs out of gas. You're just walking along by yourself, hoping, for headlights, and then it turns out it's a mass murderer.
And then you hear a coyote in the distance.
Yeah, crickets and coyotes. That's what you hear. But anyway, it is the Halloween edition, so I hope you have a lovely Halloween plans. Last year, remember, a lot of people didn't do anything because it was the height of the COVID and all that stuff. But this year, a lot more places are participating. I know we're doing the cul-de-sac thing again, where the neighbors in the cul-de-sac, they just put like a row of 6-foot tables out, and we all bring our candy out and we just sit behind it and maybe enjoy some adult beverages, depending on the weather.
I think we need to change up that
fire
We need to change up that presentation.
To what?
People I think are hesitant to approach that.
No, they're not.
In my observations, they are.
Because it looks exactly once.
It looks like a big parole board meeting because you got all these adults standing behind the table,
with candy.
And then you got these little children that need to come walk up to this big long table with all these big adults behind it.
Never an issue because they see our buckets and buckets of candy.
It just seems to be like we're over here, you're over there. We need to make it more like inviting.
What would you like to do, Alan?
U shape.
Okay, if that'll make you feel better, I'll see if we can get U-shaped conference tables.
Or
You're never even participate. You take the kids trick-or-treating and you're sitting here in judgment of how we do it.
I'll be in
And
judgment of.
We're grandfathered in. It's not even our tradition. This is our neighbor's tradition. We've only been living here like three years. So anyway.
Well, I think we should switch it up.
Okay. I'll let Alan come with all the ideas.
That's my 2 cents. I'm the idea guy. Right?
Yeah. But you're taking the kids trick-or-treating. So
Well, I'm
you're not
taking
even
Dylan trick-or-treating.
You're not even going to be here to man the tables.
I'm taking the fisherman trick-or-treating.
Yeah. And Kelly's still trying to decide what she's going to do. Did I talk about the last podcast where we had all that trouble finding the Freddy Krueger? Was that the last podcast or was that on the Kid Craddock morning show?
Nationally syndicated.
I can't remember where I tell what. I can't remember.
I think you told it here too.
But anyway, she's going to be Freddy Krueger. And at this point, she does not
you
sure.
Did. You did.
Is she going to go trick-or-treating, which I personally believe she's too old to go.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go trick-or-treating when I was 15. I thought that was just ridiculous. I would take my neighbors' kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or I love giving out candy. That's what I like to do. But, she wants to. But then
you've
none of her
already
friends.
You've got sunk cost in the Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but none of her friends want to go door-to-door trick-or-treating. She's trying to convince one. Otherwise, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to go with friends her own age.
Well, they don't want to go.
They don't. There's Halloween parties, which, I don't know what goes on at those Halloween parties. Are they supervised by adults? I'm not sure. So I don't know what she's doing. I know I'll be sitting behind a table in the cul-de-sac that does not meet my husband's specifications.
Looking like a parole board.
We never have any issues. Kids love come running down the street and they hit like 6 houses in one fell swoop.
They look scared. Maybe they're just scared.
You're never here to see them. Why are you picking on me?
Maybe they're just, I'm not picking on you.
Why are you letting it go?
Why are you being so defensive?
Well, why don't you just let it go? It's not a big deal.
Because I don't let things go. This is a hill I'm going to die on.
All right.
No, but that's not what we're going to talk about. Actually, this is what we're going to talk about on this podcast.
The cul-de-sac?
Lots of hot sack, lots of Halloween stuff, right?
Well, I mean, we're not a huge Halloween celebrating show.
Well, it's Halloween.
You're the one. I'm surprised you didn't make us get dressed up for the podcast. You did that before.
No, I've given up on a lot of the fun things that I've tried to do over the years with you. I've just given up. You notice they just kind of go away.
Fine, I win. I don't like dressing up for Halloween, y'all. I don't. It's not my favorite. I think it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work and effort.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. So when you were Axl Rose putting on a Guns N' Roses t-shirt.
That was the bare minimum I could do.
That was a tough thing.
That was the bare minimum I could get away with. One time I was invited to a Halloween party and I was like, I have no idea what to do. I have no idea. I took a piece of paper and I wrote the number 3 on it and pinned it to my chest. And I was bachelorette number 3 from the dating game. Remember that? That was the extent of the effort I put into my Halloween costume. Yeah. And then other than that, when I was a young adult in my early 20s, I was in a play called You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And the seamstress we ordered, I don't remember how that happened, but I got a little girl dress because I was Sally. Mm-hmm. And so at the end of it, we were given the option to buy the costumes because
Sally?
Yeah.
From Peanuts?
Yes, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Oh.
Did you not hear that part?
No, I missed that part.
Because you're reading the comment section again and not listening to me?
Kind of tuned out. So, who is Sally in Peanuts? Do you even know?
Well, she's Charlie Brown's little sister.
Wow. Very good.
I played her.
Very good.
Anyway, so I was given the option to buy that dress. For many, many years, I wore that dress every Halloween. Sometimes I'd wear a little yarn wig and I was Raggedy Ann. Sometimes I would just put some makeup on my face and have pigtails and I was a doll. Sometimes I would just do pigtails and I was a baby. That's what I did. And then my husband made me be Axl Rose a couple times. But now I don't have to do anything.
No, I'm done asking.
Thank you. Are you going to dress up to take Dylan around?
Yeah, he'll enjoy it. What
are you going to be? What was Dylan going to enjoy you being?
I'll be a big fish since he's the fisherman.
You should.
Maybe I can find a fish costume.
You should go look. I bet there's plenty left at the Halloween store.
Or one of those shark costumes. I can jump around like a shark.
There's no place sadder than Spirit Halloween, like a day or two before Halloween, before they pack up what's left.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
I went to Target a couple of days ago and it was sad.
Yeah.
They had everything half off. They were already bringing in the Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's different than Spirit Halloween because their sole purpose in life is to get you in a Halloween costume. And you see what's left. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of says lots of M&M costumes. Like, you just wear like
The wrapper?
the M&M candies.
Oh,
There's that.
that would be a pretty easy
There's
costume.
stuff where like you just it's like you just throw the cape on, it's like a pullover shift dress or something with some sort of design on it. So you could be like a Teletubby. You just, you buy the ears and you put on you just put on the pullover. You know what I'm talking about? Like the jumper or something. Anyway.
You can always throw the bed sheet over your head and cut 2 holes in it like Charlie Brown.
Yeah, that's old school.
Remember when he did that? He cut about 50 holes in it?
Yeah, we used to make our own costumes after a while. When I was a little girl, I very vividly remember my very first costume, and my mother has pictures. I have it somewhere buried in a shoebox. It was one of those plastic masks you buy where they just had the 2 little holes cut out for your nose, a little slit for your tongue to stick through, and your eyes. And you would breathe in it, and the condensation would be completely wet. So your whole face would be wet when you take it off.
You do a slit to stick your tongue?
Yeah, it's like a little slit for the mouth. So there's like a little slit there, 2 little holes for the nose and the eyes. And you just, it with a little elastic string, around the back. And then you wear this pullover kind of cape garment. And I was some sort of princess. I remember she was blonde and had like a crown. And I had this like cheap satiny kind of pullover thing. And then as I got older, we would just make our costumes. I'd stuff a pillow in my dad's t-shirt, and I'd put, mama would have some mascara or some sort of eyeliner, and I'd kind of draw a beard on my face, and I'd be a hobo, and I'd take a pillowcase and I'd go around trick-or-treating.
A hobo?
Yeah. A bum.
It's like a bum.
Yeah.
You can't call them bums anymore.
Why not?
They're domestically displaced.
That's not true.
It is true.
Where is that?
I've seen it. You can't call people without homes bums.
I wasn't referring to homeless people. I was referring to hobos and bums.
What's the difference between a homeless person and a bum?
A lot of times homeless people, it's just like they have no choice.
Well, what about a bum?
They have a choice.
How does a bum have a choice?
Because I said so. Just like you said, they're called domestically displaced. So anyway, that's what I used to do until Alan made me put on a bandana and say I was Axl Rose. I was a grumpy Axl Rose, which it fit.
Eat at your craw that I made you dress up?
You did.
Well, number one, I didn't make you do anything. I asked you to do it.
You cajoled me. You begged. But it's over. It's over. It's fine.
You did it one time.
It's over, and I never have to do it again.
How
Y'all heard him.
50? We'll probably be around for about another 25 Halloweens. I won't ask you one out of the next 25 Halloweens to dress up.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Since it's that big a deal.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I did, go online to search for what are the top Halloween costumes this year. And I'm not buying it. I don't think this list is correct, because I was at the Spirit Halloween store and I saw what was going on there, and this wasn't it. But I will tell you what I searched for and found on the internet right after I tell you this.
That's called a tease in the podcast community.
You cannot avoid stress.
I can't.
Listen to what I have to deal with on a daily basis. You know where I carry all my stress? In my shoulders and in my neck. Stress is a fact of life. But you don't have to let stress weigh you down. It doesn't have to weigh down you mentally or physically, really. Whether you're an elite athlete or someone who's just trying to make it through the day without tension, like me, Theragun can help. Theragun is the handheld percussive therapy device. It releases your deepest muscle tension using a scientifically calibrated combination of depth, speed, and power, and quiet as an electric toothbrush. The Gen 4 Theragun doesn't just feel good. It gets to the source of your pain by releasing tension. Using Theragun's signature percussive therapy, it goes 60% deeper than vibration alone. Whether you want to treat your muscle tension from working out, you've got an injury, or just the stress of everyday life, there's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4. The OLED screen and the design make you feel like you're holding something from the future. Go to their website to check it out. The Theragun app learns from your behaviors. It suggests guided routines. And when I use the Theragun on my tight shoulders, they have different heads, different attachments. I like the round one for my shoulders, but when I want to get that knot out from under my shoulder blade, that cone-shaped one really gets down deep. It breaks up the tension. It leaves me feeling more relaxed, so much better. It's a great gift to give yourself or someone you love. It's a great gift. Alan and I love our Theragun. We know you will too. It's trusted by 250 professional sports teams like the Real Madrid, elite athletes like Maria Sharapova. She's famous. Hundreds of thousands of customers and us.
And you can try Theragun too for 30 days, starting at only $199. Go to therabody.com
Remember that.
/Lovin right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's therabody.com /Lovin. Therabody.com /Lovin.
All right. Now, I looked at this list of Halloween costumes and I don't think it's right, but maybe it's based on searches because I went on DuckDuckGo, but it still sent me to like this Google thing, Google Trends. And it's released as 2021 Frightgeist. It lists the top costumes nationally, as well as the most popular ones in cities across the country. I didn't break down the cities, but
So you're just giving it to us nationally?
yeah. So
Did you
because I'm not everybody lives where I do.
Yeah, I know. Did you throw California out?
I didn't. I just did the national.
Oh, okay.
So the number one for all of 2021 Halloween costumes, they say is the witch. Now this is an all-encompassing category
Like a wicked witch?
because you've got Wanda from WandaVision and Agatha from WandaVision. So those are a couple of witches. You also have the witches from Hocus Pocus. Those are witches. You have lots of other witches. Name some other witches.
Well, who is Angelina Jolie?
Wasn't she Maleficent? Wasn't she a witch?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Justin Maleficent one year?
I don't remember. But and you could also have just the regular old witch, with the hat.
What about the witch, the Wicked Witch of the West?
There you go. There's lots of witches. So that's all encompassing of witches. All right, number 2. This is where it loses me already off the bat with number 2. A rabbit.
Like
seriously?
Just
like
a bunny?
Let's take into consideration, this is not just an adult Halloween costume. This is probably all encompassing. So cute little babies, maybe baby bunnies are the thing that's skewing this thing. I just
it's
don't see
an
how
easy
a
costume,
rabbit.
Babe. You put on ears and you draw on the whiskers.
But how many people do you see dressed as rabbits every year? I don't see that many. But this year, apparently, that's the thing.
Well, I asked if you threw out California.
Number 3 is dinosaur. And I think it's because of those cute inflatable dinosaur costumes.
I saw one of those in Sturgis.
Those are so adorable. And
this chick was dancing around in that thing.
I know. They make them for adults and little kids. And there's nothing cuter. I remember the first time I saw this on a playground. I'd never seen one before. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And now it's number 3 most popular on the list. Number 4 is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's still popular, huh?
According to this. Number 5, Cruella de Vil, because you remember that movie just came out with Emma Stone as the very fashionable Cruella de Vil. I saw this movie on a plane. It came out during COVID. It was kind of tough because I think it was also streamed on HBO Max or something and in the theaters. And it was when people were just then getting back into theaters. That movie would have done so much better if it opened a different time. But that was a visually stunning movie. She was great. The only thing that still bothers me, I don't know if y'all saw it, was that whole, I don't want to spoil it, but somebody at the very end of the movie gets pushed off a cliff and somehow survives. And that was very unrealistic to me.
I get Emma Stone and Emma Watson confused.
Well, this is Emma Stone. She's the redheaded one.
Okay.
Emma Watson is from Harry Potter. Number 6 is a fairy.
A fairy.
Number 7, Harley Quinn.
Like Peter Pan? Is Peter Pan a fairy? He flies?
Peter Pan is a lost boy.
Oh. A lost boy?
I would say Peter, that's the name of the band of the Misfits. I would say Peter Pan.
I thought Peter Pan was a fairy.
Would be considered a fairy. An elfin fairy, maybe.
He doesn't have wings. And he doesn't have a wand.
But he flies with pixie dust.
He has a little tiny dagger.
I don't know. Harley Quinn is number 7. I'm kind of surprised because that movie sucked. I'm sorry. I only literally watched the last 15 minutes of it. And it was so bad. I can't imagine sitting through an entire movie of that.
Let's play King of Harleys.
But she's beautiful. And I think a lot of women like to be sexy. And so Harley Quinn's a good option.
Let's play King of Harleys real quick.
Harley Davidson.
Harley Quinn.
I'm out.
I'm out.
All right. Number 8, a cowboy. That's real easy.
Babe, before you and I met one Halloween,
You were a cowboy?
I was a cowboy.
Because it's so easy.
And it made my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, so tense.
Why?
Because I had on these like really, really tight jeans and a big belt buckle.
Yeah.
I was kind of like a
An urban cowboy.
Kind of like an urban cowboy.
Yeah, like John Travolta.
Yeah, and I had the big, tall 10-gallon hat.
Yeah.
I was kind of like Woody, except I didn't have the plaid shirt and the cow vest.
Well, Toy Story characters actually came in number 29 on the list.
Oh.
But I mean, would Woody cover both bases? Because Woody is also a cowboy.
Woody's a cowboy.
Number 9's a clown.
There's boot in my snake. A clown?
A clown is number 9. Well, you've got scary clowns, right? Like the It
Are
clown.
there any other kind?
Well, a lot of people do have a very real fear of clowns.
No, I understand.
Number 10 is Chucky.
Let's play King of Clowns.
I don't want to.
Oh, come on.
Chucky is number. What clowns do you know?
Pennywise.
Bozo.
Ronald.
I'm out.
Krusty. Okay.
You're the king of clowns.
Yogurt.
Just real quick. Number 11's cheerleader. Another easy one. Number 12, a pirate. 13, pumpkin.
Hold on, you're going too fast. Cheerleader. Okay. Cheerleader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you
Pirate.
can borrow your kid's costume or whatever.
Yeah,
12 is pirate.
Pirate.
13 is a pumpkin. Again, going back to kids being involved.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's a baby outfit. Number 14 is an angel. That's easy to do. I remember one year I was a bad angel because Amy made me go, and she had this angel outfit. So I just bought a pair of black wings and a black halo, and I wore a black turtleneck and a black mini skirt and black tights and black boots.
So you were a bad angel?
And I was a bad angel.
So you're basically the devil.
I was a bad angel.
Oh, okay.
Number 15 is vampire. Number 16 is Among Us. Apparently that's a TV show. And people dress up like something from Among Us. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Number 17 is zombie. 18 is anything from the 1980s. Why did I not hold on to everything from the 1980s? I had the jelly shoes. I had the vest with all my Duran Duran buttons. I guess you'd call it flare. I had the pop collars and all the neon stuff. That was the fun. I'm so glad I grew up in the 80s. I know people think that's tacky, but I think it's fun. Number 19 is superhero. That's all encompassing, but Spider-Man's a superhero.
Yeah.
And number 20 is the devil. There's more and more to the list, but I don't want to bore y'all with it.
People love lists.
I know, but I think 20 is quite enough. So no matter what you plan on, I noticed what's not on there is Slash and Axl Rose.
Slash, Axl Rose, and Negan.
Rock stars, you would think would be big. I was in Spirit Halloween and they had the fake Lucille bat with the barbed wire around it. So I guess people are still doing Walking Dead. Well, Zombies is from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So that
Zombies
would be that.
is a good one. That's an easy one.
Zombies is number 17.
I'm trying to think of anything else I've ever been. One year I think I mailed it in and I just put a name tag on one of those name tags and it just said Alan. So I was hello, I'm Alan.
Yeah. I did number 3, Bachelorette number 3.
I think,
that was the mail-in year. You had to do that after we were together because you didn't do that bit until after we were together.
Right. Yeah. No, I know that, but I can't remember why I would have done that.
I think you just did that at one of our podcast family meetups.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that was a Halloween costume.
Was it not?
Because you usually go to Effort.
Yeah, I do.
So there you go. I don't know if y'all are dressing up for Halloween or not, but last minute ideas, just go through the house and just figure it out.
I could be a biker guy.
You could do that. You could
I've
be
got
like
all the gear for that.
Our son's just going as a fisherman because he really wants to be a fisherman. It's not a give up costume. He just is wearing everything he already has.
It's okay for parents to walk around in costume when their kids are in costume, right?
Fine. Sure.
Yeah.
I would just, not be anything lewd or vulgar.
I've never been anything lewd or vulgar.
I'm just saying. Especially, well, you've maybe gotten lewder as you've
want
gotten
lewd
older.
or vulgar? Just go through your Instagram feed. You'll see all kinds of adults dressing lewd and vulgar.
My Instagram feed?
No, just go through your Instagram feed. Go through your feed. You'll see all kinds of scantily clad women.
Yeah, it's an excuse to just get away with it, right?
Yeah,
get away with it for one night.
Sure,
go for it. If you've got the confidence to rock it, you go for it. No judgment here.
Is there not?
I'll judge.
Yes.
I will judge. I'm sorry. I will. I just won't talk about it because I don't want to make anybody feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had some Halloween stuff you wanted to talk about.
I do. Were you going to do that or should I do the Halloween stuff?
Do what?
That.
I can do whatever you want me to do, honey.
I see the word kombucha in there.
I'm very subservient and submissive.
Then you're going to dress up for Halloween?
No, I'm not doing that. You know what? I've never been, and Alan has gotten me to do things I normally wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
You actually were the person responsible for me drinking. I didn't drink a whole beer. How much of that beer did you get me to drink?
We drank about half of it.
I tried.
It's a Miller Lite.
Beer's not really
the official
my
beer of the
thing.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, we were at the Texas Tech football game, doing a tailgate, and he got me to drink a little bit.
I'm
not a big
cold beer.
I'm not a big beer drinker. I'm not. But I do have friends who do like beer, but they have a complaint about it. They talk about how full they feel afterwards. They talk about how even the next morning they'll wake up and they'll still feel bloated. Well, let me tell you about June Shine Hard Kombucha. This stuff is delicious. It's smooth. It's refreshing. It's light. And no bloated tummy the next day. June Shine is better for you alcohol. And when I found out it is hard kombucha, I was really intrigued by it because I know how good that is for your gut. And, I'm very interested in my gut health. It's super important. And June Shine Hard Kombucha is brewed with only real organic ingredients, only 3 grams of sugar, low carb. It's full of probiotics. If you're going to drink, you might as well do something good for your gut. It's not going to leave you with that too full feeling. It gives you a lighter, brighter buzz. It's perfect for at-home happy hours. If you're working out on the weekend, you just want to have something really refreshing, you can enjoy it with your dinner. And they've got delicious flavor combos that are very unique. My favorite June Shine flavor is the Midnight Painkiller. It's a combination of coconut, pineapple, orange, and nutmeg. Doesn't that sound fabulous? It is. My friend, though, she really loved the grapefruit Paloma. And then that honey ginger lemon. It's fabulous too. But it's fun to try all the flavors. Find out your favorite. I love that June Shine is delivered straight to my doorstep. And now they offer nationwide shipping.
A lighter, brighter buzz. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that heavy bloated feeling either.
That's right. And we've worked out a special deal for our listeners so they won't get bloated. Receive 20% off plus free shipping site-wide. And we recommend trying one of their best-selling variety packs. Those are a great way to try all of their delicious flavors. All you got to do is go to juneshine.com/sandwich or use code SANDWICH at checkout to claim this deal. That's JUNESHINE.com/sandwich. June Shine can also be found in over 10,000 stores across the country, including Whole Foods, Safeway, Kroger, and Publix.
Kroger. See, Alan was going to call it K. Roger, but this is a commercial, so you have to call it by its real name, and that's Kroger.
I'll call it why I see it.
Mm-hmm. It's Kroger.
I saw a big K and then the word Roger.
It's Kroger. It's my favorite.
Hey, one thing I forgot to mention, and I should have mentioned this first because this should have come before everything.
Well,
today is my lovely mother's birthday.
It is.
So happy birthday to my mom. My mom.
You know your mom's not listening to this podcast.
She's not. But I want
does not
everybody
wanna
to
hear-
know.
She does not want to hear what you have to say.
No. I don't
She'd
want
rather
to.
pretend that you're that sweet, innocent baby boy.
I am. But yeah, my mom and dad, they went to Las Vegas to play the slot machines.
That'd be Las Vegas. Why are you talking in all these weird pronunciations?
Las Vegas. That's
Why
like
do you say
Filipino
that?
says Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Your mother does not say Las Vegas.
Well, my mom doesn't, but a lot of Filipinos do. Las
okay,
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
My
And-
in-laws love to gamble.
Yes.
I don't know about Dad doesn't. What does
Oh,
he
yeah,
play?
he
What
likes
does he
the
play though? She plays the
slots.
slots
They
a
play
lot.
slots.
He does too.
Yeah. See,
Oh.
they have status in Vegas.
In Vegas?
Yes.
I know they have it in Oklahoma.
They have it in Oklahoma. They got status in Vegas too. Check this out. They got a round trip ticket,
Airfare, yes.
airfare to Las Vegas, 2 people, nonstop, $100.
Give or take a couple bucks.
That's about as cheap as I've ever heard. 2 people going to Las Vegas.
I know. Was that because they're high rollers? Or they just got a good deal.
I think they just got a good deal, and there aren't a lot of people flying right now. I don't
It was
think.
Frontier, if anybody's wondering. They're
Yeah,
all different
Frontier.
options, but it's Frontier. He did. Dad was very disappointed that they were going to charge him for a soft drink.
Yes,
Very disappointed. That's how they get your money, is in the soft drinks.
right. And then I think they're staying at the Big B, the Bellagio. They like the Bellagio.
Yeah.
It's a good property.
It is.
You ever
It's
been to the
lovely.
Bellagio?
I've been there to gamble, but I have not stayed there.
You've gambled at the Bellagio?
Yeah, that's where the pit boss. I went with my parents just before you and I were even met. I went with my parents
Mhm.
and we went to the Bellagio and it was slow and the pit boss liked me. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing when I play blackjack. I always gamble $100 and when it's gone, it's gone. He said, and this never happens, come to find out, but he helped me place my bets.
Mhm.
And I lost 5 hands in a row. I put $20 bets down. I lost 5 hands in a row. He gave me $100 because he felt so bad about it. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody else saying that happened
Blackjack?
to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was playing, he was teaching me how to play by the house rule, like the odds or whatever. Like there's certain rules, what you hit on and stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever won big is with Carolyn because Carolyn knows how to play and she would sit next to me and tell me when to hit and stand and all that. And I think I won $170 that night.
Give us some Carolyn.
No, that's you that does Carolyn.
What you do it too. Give us some good Carolyn.
I don't do Carolyn. You do Carolyn.
Okay. So anyway, today's my mom's birthday. Yeah, I've got some Halloween stuff too.
I'd love to hear it.
I can't listen to Kellie now anymore. All they do is go do lists. They just Google these lists and they read them to us.
Who says that?
Oh, we get that too.
We don't get half the stuff you say we get. Nobody says that. We don't do that many lists.
You don't think so?
I love lists.
I love lists.
I do the Showbiz Top 5 every day.
I know.
On the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated. Does anybody ever give you crap for doing that?
I love making lists. I have a book of lists. I'll stop doing lists if you're being honest and people don't like them.
One person didn't like it.
Okay,
Okay, best Halloween candy. Retail Me Not surveyed over 1,000 adults, and the results may surprise you. This is current. This is 2021. What do you think the most popular Halloween candy is?
Twix.
Well, it's in the top 10, but no.
Everybody loves Twix and
this is a little surprising.
Kit Kats, right?
That's in the top 10, but no.
Well, there's a love-hate relationship with candy corn.
That's in the top 10.
Yeah, I like candy corn in small amounts. I can't eat a bunch of it, but I do like it.
How about M&Ms?
M&Ms are very
the
popular.
number one Halloween candy in 2021, according to this survey of 1,000 adults.
Yeah.
55% said that they are looking forward to having some M&Ms.
Yeah, because M&Ms has stepped their game up. They've got peanut butter M&Ms and peanut M&Ms and regular M&Ms. They have pretzel M&Ms. They have different flavored M&Ms.
I was arranging our 56 caramel, our 56 pillows on the couch today, and I found an empty M&Ms wrapper.
Yeah, from the sleepover.
Yeah.
I bought some Halloween candy for the kids to have for the sleepover. They were snacking around.
Were there
the
little
house.
chocolate fingers everywhere too?
I didn't. Well, M&Ms melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Okay, number 2, my favorite, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
I love a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I love freezing them and then nibbling all the ridges off around the sides and then eating them.
Cold ones are great. You ever had the white chocolate ones?
Yeah,
Those are good.
They're a little rich. There's also like a pumpkin flavored one, I think.
Oh gosh, yuck.
Yeah.
Do anything pumpkin. Number 3, Kit Kat.
Yeah, that's very popular.
I love Kit Kat.
They're okay. They're not my favorite. They're okay.
Oh,
my favorite, of course,
I like
is
that wafer.
Yeah, I like, of course, the Almond Joy, and I love the Payday. Those are my 2 favorites.
Crunch is a good one too. That's not on this
Crunch
list.
is okay.
Oh, I love Crunch.
Well, I think there's some out there.
And Crackle.
Not my favorite.
You don't like Crackle?
They're fine.
I like Crunch and
I
Crackle.
I'm not the biggest chocolate fan in the world. If it's, I don't know. It's okay.
Number 4, Snickers.
That's fine. They're a little rich.
You talk about that's fine. Snickers is one of the best candy bars ever invented.
Again, it's good frozen. Little frozen, like if you get the little tiny bites, those are good.
You ever had the Snickers ice cream bars?
Yes, those are very good.
That's Fat Al talking right there. Number whatever, Hershey bars, just your standard chocolate plain. That's what Emma Kellie likes.
That's what Emma Kellie likes.
Hershey bar.
Plain Hershey bar.
Cole likes that too, the Hershey bar.
You can break off just a little piece of it. Eat it along and along. It lasts forever.
Number 6, Twix.
Twix are very popular.
I give or take, leave.
Over what's the difference between a Twix and a Kit Kat to you? They're both like cookie bars.
A Twix has a lot more caramel.
It does
They're
have a lot more
chewier.
caramel.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
chewier. A Kit Kat is more crisp.
Yes.
Number 7, Skittles.
We got some Skittles.
Number 8, candy corn.
Yeah. You can make there's a recipe you can do with candy corn, and I believe it's peanuts and popcorn salt, and you put it all in a bag and shake it up, and when you eat it, it tastes like a payday. If you want to try that recipe.
Left off this list, Nuds,
Nerds,
Crunch, Crackle, Mr. Goodbar,
no payday.
Payday.
Not on there, and no Almond Joy. That's what the kids, they know for Halloween, after they go through their candy, they bring me all their Almond Joys. I have a little stack, and I enjoy them along and along.
And here are some more interesting Gee Whiz stats that you can take to the bank here. More results from this 2021 survey. Women are more likely to crave candy corn than men.
Oh.
What is candy corn? Seriously.
It's like corn.
It's just a big hunk of sugar, right?
Syrup, yeah.
It's just a big hunk of sugar that looks like a little piece of corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do people hate on it so much?
I don't know. It is very, very sweet, like I said, and you can only eat it in small doses, but mix it with peanuts and buttery popcorn salt. And somebody did that for me and gave me a whole Ziploc bag full of it. And it was like I was eating paydays. It was really good. I think that's the right recipe.
Twizzlers are good too. That's not on this list.
I don't love Twizzlers.
Give me a Twizzler.
I like looking. I think the idea of Twizzlers and looking at Twizzlers is fun. I don't love eating them.
Oh, I can do Twizzlers. I like the red Twizzlers though. I don't like the black Twizzlers.
You don't like the licorice flavor. Although,
well, it's too strong.
We found out that licorice, you did some ads one time for this licorice
Had
company.
my own promo code too.
Yeah, and it was, man.
It was really good.
It was really good.
It was licorice.com.
They did, is it licorice.com?
Yeah.
Hashtag not an ad here.
Yeah.
This is in the past. But they had all sorts of flavors, and they came in these cylinders, these cardboard cylinders.
They were great gifts too.
They were really good.
We ordered freaking licorice in the shape of a schnauzer.
They were so adorable. And of course they had if you like the strong flavor of, the black licorice or the traditional licorice, they had that too. But I'm telling you what, it was so good. They had like some sort of cream in it, didn't it? It was like a cream one.
I don't remember
that. It was licorice with like a cream. Oh, so good.
More Gee Whiz information here. Gen Z and millennials would prefer lollipops more than older generations, which would be us, Gen X, boomers, and seniors.
But see, I love a Tootsie Roll Pop. I mean, I used to go through a bag a week. I love a Tootsie Roll Pop.
So Gen Z is the most oral of that group.
I guess so, but I love a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Gen Z looks forward to eating Airheads more than lollipops this Halloween.
Are Airheads like nerds?
I think Airheads are like nuds. I'm not sure.
I think so.
I'm saying nuds because that's how Dylan says it.
Yeah.
Nuds. 78% of Americans are planning to buy candy this year.
That's probably high.
So that's 80%, almost 80%.
I think that's a little high.
Who are the other 20%? What are they doing?
A lot of people that live like in apartment buildings and things like that. And that's a huge amount of people.
Huge.
And older people who don't want to be bothered to answer their door. And plus you still got the COVID factor that some people are really scared and they don't want to open their door.
Now, see, we've done little lists like this before, all kidding aside. And I remember these stats prior years. It says here, 3 out of 5 Americans do not plan to shop for a Halloween costume or Halloween decor. And those who are shopping are spending an average of $36.18. That used to be a lot higher.
Well, this year it's just different, I think.
I know.
They said that Halloween's the second, is behind Christmas. Decorations.
Yeah.
But honestly, there weren't that many decorations in the stores this year. I think it's that whole supply chain thing, that the breakdown that's happening right now. There was hardly anything to choose from. And that's why it was so picked over, because it wasn't really that much to get. Mm-hmm. I'm really curious what's going to happen this Christmas.
Bare shelves.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about it. That's why I'm going ahead and getting a lot of my Christmas shopping done early. I'm already asking people. I know people are like, I don't want to think about Christmas. It's not even Halloween. I'm like, you better start thinking about it early this year.
I have noticed, like at our mail stop, at our business mail stop, like the mail's coming in. It's taking forever.
Yep.
It's coming in late. It's taking forever. I've noticed, like, because I do a little bit of Amazon shopping,
It's taking longer.
I've noticed that's taking longer.
Yep. And it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get some stuff done early. I'm trying to do some Etsy trying to support some, local as much as
Hey,
we
this
can.
is a super, super random thought. And we were just talking about, what were we just talking about?
Halloween.
Halloween. I was going up I was getting on the tollway today in the Chevelle, and I floored it to get on the highway, and the engine like lagged, like it was like it almost stopped.
Oh no.
And I'm like, crap, what's going on? Is there something wrong? And then I kept going, and the engine was running fine, and I took a turn, and it almost did the same thing.
Oh,
it almost
no.
quit. I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
oh crap, don't tell me something. But then I looked at the fuel gauge. I'm like, oh crap, I'm out of gas.
Are you serious?
It was running out of gas. So I'm on the dang tollway.
I have never run out of gas in my life.
So I'm on the dang tollway, and I'm like, I gotta get some gas. So I punch it and then put it in neutral and then just coast. So I coast for about 2 miles, and I can hear the engine going.
Are you kidding me, Alan?
I coasted all the way to Windhaven, pulled off. I coasted into the gas station right up to the pump.
That's
with
crazy.
Nothing.
You're very lucky.
And it took 17 freaking gallons.
Well,
you know how much that cost?
Well, now a lot. Yeah, you're very lucky. Alan has maybe come close to running out of gas a couple of times.
Not true.
But that is very true. But like I said, knock wood, I've been on this earth many, many years. I've had breakdowns before, but never because of running out of gas.
That's the second time that's happened, where I've realized I'm out of gas and I coast into the gas station. I've only done that one other time, and it was in a Mustang.
That's not good. That's not good.
Never run out of gas.
But you did run out of gas. You coasted in on an empty tank.
Well, I ran out of gas, but it caused me no
extra
inconvenience.
Walking. Right.
I didn't have to push.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, babe. One thing that happened to us, switching gears a little bit off of Halloween and candy and lists. Yeah. I ain't listening to them anymore. Too many lists. You do a list every day. Don't you?
Why are you yelling at me?
Showbiz. I'm just getting fired up. Showbiz top 5.
I already said that.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, we already discussed that.
I didn't hear you.
You were part of the conversation.
So right as Kellie and I are getting ready for this podcast, a Progressive insurance ad comes on.
Mm-hmm.
And you've probably seen these before with Dr. Rick, and he's teaching the class on how not to turn into your parents.
Yeah.
These ads have been on for a while.
They're pretty cute.
But every time
Some are better than others.
Yeah, but every time they come on, they're so funny. And the insurance companies have the best ads. You know, the Geico, Caveman, the Gecko, they've done those for years. Progressive had Flo and all the silliness. So Progressive is doing these ones with Dr. Rick. Dr. Rick, he's played by
and Mayhem.
Mayhem
is sexy.
My mom hates Mayhem.
That's because he's causing so much trouble.
Yeah, he's causing trouble.
But he's really sexy, though. I think he's sexy.
Who's the Allstate
He's an
guy?
actor.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was in like some series. I'm like, wait, that's Mayhem.
Who's the Allstate guy with the really deep voice?
Oh, he was the president on 24, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's good too. Well, he's not funny, but he
does some cute ones though.
Yeah.
Like when they do the commercials, like, hey, you're the guy from the commercial.
Yeah. So anyway, Dr. Rick on the Progressive ads, played by an actor named Bill Glass, and he's teaching adults in their 20s and 30s how not to become their parents. So I'm watching this one like right before Kellie and I started the podcast.
And I'm sitting behind you eating chicken noodle soup for supper.
Yes. In every single example, I'm like, babe, that's you. Babe, that's me. Babe, that's us. Like, we've turned into our parents. I mean,
what did he say? That I wasn't even paying attention.
Were you not? Well,
I was eating chicken noodle soup.
So he was in an airport, and one of the people in the class wanted to go up, and she wanted to know how much more time until the plane boards.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who worked for the airlines is like about another 2.5 hours. You know,
yeah, showing up really, really early.
Showing up real early. So I was thinking of, some other examples he does in the commercial. Opening PDFs. Do we really need a sign that says live, laugh, love?
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce quinoa? Quinona. I never knew how to do that. I never knew how to pronounce that. Using your thumbs and not your index fingers on your iPhone. I mean, old people use their index fingers.
Oh, you should use your thumb.
You should use your thumb.
Yeah. My daughter pointed that out to me the other day.
I was in Starbucks today, and I sat down, and I caught myself groaning when I sat down.
Every time I get up lately, y'all, it's bad. It takes me, I have to walk like an old person for a few steps, and then, kind of like work the kinks out.
Right.
It's bad.
So the reason I brought this up is I wanted to go through some examples of becoming your parents and see if we do these things.
Okay.
And I think we're going to do a lot of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we get to that, like I was saying earlier, you need to go ahead and get started on your Christmas and holiday shopping, because I think we're going to be, sweating it at the end. And listen, I've got a great idea for your gift list for a lot of ladies on your gift list. And that's Ana Luisa Jewelry. You put on a great outfit, but it's never really finished without the perfect jewelry. And Ana Luisa, Analuisa, that's how you spell it. Simply gorgeous jewelry. It's dainty, it's chic, it's versatile, it's timeless. And I'm going to tell you also how you can save 10% with our special code in just a minute here. But I love the clean look of wearing Ana Luisa's Vita gold chain, for instance, with the double hoop earring and maybe just a simple gold band. The Chloe ring is really one of my favorites. Or you can layer the individual necklaces. That's a really chic look. Or Ana Luisa also sells the layered sets, because sometimes it really does help that their designers have already figured that out for you. And the rings stack nicely too. I love that look. You'll not only look good, you're going to feel good wearing Ana Luisa jewelry, because they use recycled materials whenever possible. And they produce in small limited batches that are kind to the earth, and they eliminate excessive waste. With Ana Luisa, you are not sacrificing on quality. These long-lasting pieces are created from the best noble metals. They come with a 365-day warranty, and the pricing is really fair. Jewelry starts at just $39, and then you add to that our 10% discount. You're going to want to buy all the pieces. Plus, new collections are released every Friday, so that's another reason to look forward to the weekend. Ana Luisa, like I said, it makes a great gift, not just for the upcoming holidays, but if you want to mark a special occasion like a graduation or a very special birthday. I remember when I turned 13, my parents gave me a really special ring that I still have. And every time I look at it, I remember that. I did the same thing for my daughter's 13th. Ana Luisa would be a great gift for a special birthday like that. They can make that happen for you as well.
So go treat yourself and your loved ones at shop.analuisa.com/sandwich and use our code sandwich to get 10% off. Kellie and I also absolutely recommend them. They're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. Again, that's shop.analuisa.com/sandwich. Promo code sandwich to get 10% off.
All right.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. We were talking about, are we becoming our parents? I think we have become our parents even before going through this list.
That's not a bad role model.
It's not. But for our listeners, let's read some of these and see if you are too becoming your parents. You have become obsessed with the weather report.
I was just checking the weather before we started this podcast.
Why are we so obsessed with the weather?
I was obsessed because I opened the door tonight and it was a little nippy.
So
I wanted to see what the temperature was.
So you want to know what your
I went on
wardrobe is going to be?
I went on the app to see how cold is it outside. And it was, windy. And then I noticed what the weather's going to be this weekend. I was like, I need to let Tommy Jean know, because Tommy Jean's coming to visit me and she needs to know how to pack.
Right before we hit record, Kellie said, yeah, it's 65 outside, but with the wind chill, it's 63.
That's right. It's very nippy.
Yeah, okay. You become obsessed with saving energy.
Well,
followed by, like, if the kids leave the front door open or the refrigerator open, you trying to bankrupt us, or you trying to cool the whole neighborhood? What are you doing?
I've learned with you, that is not you. You leave everything on open. And so I've just given up that battle.
I don't leave everything open.
You do not. Let me tell you, you do not know how to shut the microwave. That is not in your.
There's no energy coming out of the microwave.
But the light's on.
That little tiny 10-watt
Just shut
light.
it.
That little tiny 5-watt light.
But I don't understand. Why can you not shut it?
Because I want to use it again.
No, you're down there stuffing your face. Every time I come by and I shut that microwave and I don't ever say a word, I get a lot of my stuff out here on the podcast. But you leave every light on. When the governor was asking us to save energy this summer, and I dared to turn the temperature on upstairs and turn, the heat up or air up, whatever, Alan was like, "Don't you ever do that again."
The governor can kiss my big brown Filipino.
He's like, "No." He said it costs more. The house is going to get too hot, and it's going to cost us more to cool it back off.
That is absolutely right.
So I was like, okay, every light in the house is on out there. I'm just like,
they're all LEDs.
See? So you are not becoming like your parents like that.
Do you think other wives describe their husbands when they're eating and just trying to nourish their bodies, just trying to have a meal, usually by myself, but usually just I'm sitting there eating, just trying to stay alive, as shoving their pie holes? Is that what you said?
Probably is what I said.
Okay. Just wanted to get that out.
But yeah, a lot of times, parents sit in the dark. I would too, except it makes me depressed. I had a therapist one time tell me I was not allowed to sit in dark rooms. I have to turn on the lights. It does affect your mood.
You find yourself enjoying elevator music or the music in the grocery store.
Okay, I do find I got Shazam on my phone just so when I'm in a store like Nordstrom Rack or Home Goods, I whip out and it's on my very first screen, so I don't have to search for it because I do it so often. I'm like, who is that singing? What is that? And I'll Shazam it. And sometimes the speakers are a little quiet on one aisle, so I have to go to the next aisle and I kind of hold it up to the speaker because it has to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I look like a fool, but I found some really great songs that way.
You notice poor posture.
Yeah, and including my own. I have horrible posture. I'm constantly checking myself and always telling my daughter to
I notice your posture.
I know you're always.
But I have bad posture.
You're always coming to me and trying to straighten me up. And I love it when you do that, by the way.
How's your humpy back? Is it better?
Again, see, I love it.
This is me. Current slang expressions make you feel confused and a little sad.
I'm confused, but I'm not sad about it.
I'm not sad, but I'm confused.
I don't know half of what people are saying anymore.
Me either.
And it does make you sound old, but it's like, I don't know. And I don't care, but I don't know. That's part of getting older too.
Right. Like, can we give some examples, or are we just going to?
How am I supposed to know? I don't know the slang. How am I supposed to know?
I'm trying to think of something that I've
heard. If Emma Kellie was, she wouldn't even know. I mean, because it's normal to her.
Well, remember, this was a while back, but that whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was a laugh thing.
That made me very confused.
That's not slang. That's like a TikTok thing.
But it's something that I didn't understand.
They're probably using words for drugs and stuff and drinking because they know they can get it past us because we don't know what they're talking about.
I always thought a molly was a fish.
No, I found out what that was. I've never done it, but I found out what it was. I was around somebody. I didn't know what they were doing. I thought, why is this girl so nice to me? I don't even know her. And she was like rubbing on me. I'm like, and my husband told me, my ex-husband, he's like, she was doing Molly. It's ecstasy.
You start thinking about shoes. They should be more comfortable than they should be fashionable.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to tell you, COVID really screwed me up because I spent a year working from home wearing bedroom shoes every day. And when we finally got to go back out, and I used to wear the highest heels. I loved my heels. I put them on. I can hardly walk. They kill my feet.
That's definitely you now.
It's getting to be, and I don't want to be that girl looking for, I like my heels. I like some flats, but every once in a while you want to be taller.
Guys' shoes, they're always, even if they're fashionable, they're usually pretty comfortable. It's more women that have to fight through the heels thing.
You will transition to the more of the UPS worker shoe. The real comfort,
like the restaurant shoe.
You'll transfer.
If I ever throw on the all gray Velcro, though, just shoot me then. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You all heard it.
This is Kelly. Waste offends you.
Yeah.
That last little bit of cereal in the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, I've got a Tupperware dish for that.
The 1 ounce of water that I leave in the bottom of every water bottle because I don't drink backwash.
I use it I put it in the dog bowl. I just put it in the dog bowl.
You check the box on every one of these.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not upset about it.
You know where to find the bathroom in every grocery store or home improvement outlet in town. That's me.
That's you, yeah. But it's always in the back. It's always in the back corner.
Except for that goofy Homie D's over here on Custer and Parker. That stupid thing I've been to before, and I've been in gastrointestinal distress, and I run in there, and I run to the back.
Because that's where it always is.
That's where it always is, at Homie D's, and I'm like, where is the freaking bathroom? I'm about to go on myself right here on your floor. Oh, it's on the side of the building.
Oh, wow.
So then I'm running over there through the lumber department, clenching my butt cheeks.
You're never more attractive than when you talk about being in distress like that. FYI.
Okay. This is you. You carry around hand sanitizer.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You got hand sanitizer. Oh, lotions. You've got no. It's all the lotions. It's all the lotions.
Yeah.
You got a lot of
Because
lotions.
my hands are always dry. You know when you realize, ladies, your hands are dry? It's when you're in the car. That's when you realize, I forgot to put on a hand lotion or something. You put your hands on the steering wheel and you see those dry, wrinkled hands. So I keep lotion in my car. I realize that's where you can keep it. And then I keep some in my purse because I'll be in you go to the bathroom at the mall or something and your hands are so dry, that industrial soap. So I like to keep hand lotion.
I don't carry either.
I did keep hand sanitizer, like the wipes and stuff, because, it's just like when you're going to be eating or something in your car, it's nice to kind of wipe off your hands for that. But I don't carry around the squirty hand sanitizer. I don't do that. That stuff tastes so bad because your hands always, again, showing you how disease spread, that always ends up your hands in your mouth. You can just taste it. It's so bad.
I had a nasty moment in a public bathroom the other day.
Thank you.
No, we're not going to. This has to do anything to do with potty.
Not destroying the bathroom.
No, it doesn't have to do with destroying a bathroom. So I went to a chain chicken wing restaurant because I had a gift card. It was when you were on your slumber party.
Okay.
That evening, I went by myself, and the first thing I went in to do was wash my hands. So I go in, and there's another dude in there, and he's washing his hands. And I didn't use the restroom. I'm just in there to wash my hands. Mm-hmm. So I wash my hands, and then he goes to wave his hand in front of the towel thing so the towels would come out. Mm-hmm. Nothing's happening. I try it. Nothing's happening. I try the other machine. Nothing's happening. So apparently he worked there. I didn't recognize that he worked there because it didn't look like he had a uniform on, but he said, I work here. So he pulls open the machine. He's got wet hands. He's in there pulling down the paper towels with his wet hands, feeding it through the machine. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, yeah, these things, they don't work very well or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm standing there with wet hands. He closes the machine, rips off the paper towel, dries his hands, takes off. And then I'm like, waving my hand and no paper towel. I'm like, dude, you work here. Why don't you peel me off a paper towel?
Maybe he thought that would rework it. Maybe he thought that would get it going again.
So he rolls into the restaurant with dry hands. I roll into the restaurant with wet hands.
Yeah, that happens. I usually have to, when that happens, I just shake, and then kind of wipe them on the pants.
Yeah, I just air dried them. But I'm like,
what are you going to do?
I'm like, dude, you work here. Why don't you peel me off a paper towel?
So you wanted him, I thought you were going to be disgusted by the fact that his wet hands were touching everything.
I was that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. His wet hands were touching the machine and all the paper towels inside the machine.
You were just mental at that point.
I was mental. I was probably lucky that I didn't dry my hands on the paper towel.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, back to things that make you your parents. Summer seems about 2 weeks instead of 3 months.
Well, that just comes with age. Time just moves faster.
Yeah.
And kids are not out of school as long as they used to be when we were kids.
We used to get out in late May.
You get out right for
September.
Memorial Day and you go back after Labor Day. Yeah. And they don't do that anymore.
Look at us.
It's the truth. That's just the way.
Reminiscing about the good old days.
The good old days.
Last one. You look forward to spending any extra money to pay off credit cards instead of taking a vacation.
Well, that's not me. That's not me. You handle all that, honey. That used to be me. I handed all that over to Alan when we got married. You talk about trust. I gave it all to him.
Offshore, baby.
Well, I'll find out one day.
Yeah.
I'll find out one day, one way or the other, won't I?
So we need to be in Dr. Rick's class is my takeaway from all that.
Yeah, but I don't, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either. But for our younger listeners, maybe it would bother them more.
They think we're not cool. We're not hip.
No. It would bother them that they're becoming their parents.
Oh, I thought you meant they would bother them that we.
Because I know we have, you have more than I have probably.
Why?
Well, you check more boxes.
But isn't a lot of that true about me anyway at any age? I used to know more of the nomenclature, I guess, and the lingo.
Whatever. You still call people bums.
Yeah. I don't know why. Is that offensive?
A bum?
I don't know if that's offensive. It must not be because you keep repeating it.
I don't think it is.
I don't know what's offensive anymore.
I
I
don't
probably
know.
am offensive on a daily basis. I'm
No,
probably being canceled as we
Whoa!
speak.
What?
I don't
Easy.
know.
Why are we going there? No, I think a
Because you
hobo.
keep highlighting the fact that I say offensive things.
No, I think a hobo and a bum are kind of the same thing. They're like hopping on trains.
yes.
They move more.
They have the stick with the handkerchief,
Yeah.
and I don't know what was
Right.
ever in that handkerchief. Was that food or clothes?
It was booze.
It was booze?
Absolutely.
I always kind of thought it was like
No, it was booze.
bread
No,
and
no,
food in
no.
that little handkerchief tied to
No.
a stick.
Booze.
Why would booze be tied to in a handkerchief and a stick?
Because they don't want to lose it.
Why would they put it in their pocket?
Well,
It has to be either like their
there's a fifth in there,
clean
too.
socks and underwear and bread. That's what
No.
I always thought.
booze. You ever see a bum? He's got booze.
Yeah, but not in the handkerchief on the end of the stick, not in the handkerchief pouch.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Anyway.
All right, babe. Well,
Happy Halloween, y'all.
happy Halloween.
That was the very festive Halloween episode of the podcast.
Very festive. I will be celebrating Hallows Eve, and I will be dressing up. My wife won't because she refuses.
Well, the night before Halloween, we're actually going to go see Vanilla Ice.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a party bus to Waxahachie, which is an hour from our house. And we've got a party bus, and we're going to go see Vanilla Ice. And some people have been asking me, are we dressing up? Are we dressing up? I'm like, y'all can dress up if you want to. I'm not. Are you going to dress up for that? You're going to go as Axel? But see, then you're stuck as that all
Axel?
night.
Oh, why would I
I
go as
mean,
Axel?
whatever.
Oh, Slash? No, I don't want to wear that itchy
you're
wig.
stuck in that,
I don't want to wear
yeah.
that itchy wig.
See, that's the thing about costumes. It's funny for a minute, and then you're stuck in it all night.
Unless you just dress up like a cowboy.
And you're still stuck in that all night.
Yeah.
No matter what you dress up in, you're stuck in it. Whether you're wearing normal clothes, whether you're wearing, a costume, you are stuck in what you wear all night.
I could just do the Hello, I'm Alan bit. Stick on the name tag.
Maybe.
Well,
I'm going to go as Kellie Rasberry.
you're going to go as Kellie Rasberry?
Yes.
All right, babe. I think you should. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
You're not going to talk about our get together or anything?
Oh, well, then why don't you say it?
Because you do this.
November 13th, we're having the reason he's asking me to do it, because he couldn't tell you a detail, right? Did you know it was November 13th?
No idea.
That's
when
a
it is.
Saturday. It's at Oak Barbecue. Do you know where that is?
I do know that.
Yeah, from 6 o'clock till whenever, probably about 10 o'clock, we'll be wrapping it up. I know a lot of people have other things going
Yeah,
on, and you want to
right.
swing on by. It doesn't cost you anything to get in, but we would love it if you go by the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Facebook page, because Alan put up, it's on the events there.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get a basic head count so we can let Chef Mike know how many people might be coming, so we'll have the right amount of food prepared, right? Because it's going to be at the end of the day, and they're, smoking all day. We just want to make sure everybody's taken care of. And there's going to be live music that night. We're just going to hang out. We've decided we're going to do, maybe we need to get the tickets for the raffle. We're going to give away a few prizes and just hang out and have fun.
Nice prizes.
Yeah, no cost to get in whatsoever.
Theragun.
But you do have to pay for your food and drinks. I will say that, but it's no cost to get in.
No cover?
No cover.
I think we should do a $20 per head, and then you and I peel off about 10% of that.
Well, that's maybe an option for the next one.
All right. Yeah, there's no cover.
But you do need to bring cash to eat.
Because if there was a cover,
or your credit card.
if there was a cover, then it would just be me and you looking at each other.
I don't know. Maybe some people would be willing to pay a cover.
No, to get into a restaurant, maybe to get into a
People
club.
People do that too for special events.
Yeah.
But we're not charging you to get in.
No, I just threw the idea out.
It was a terrible idea.
Well, I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea.
Okay, but we're not doing that.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love Halloween desperately. Yeah.
Not my favorite.
But after Halloween, I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Ooh, that was a good one. All right. They paid for tickets last time? Did they pay for tickets last time?
Oh, God.
It's better.
We got to film something at work tomorrow, so I've got to wear clothes and makeup.
No.
Dang it.
What is sin? Sin? What are you talking about? I said what I said. I did what I did.
What?
I don't know. Hello, Jim. It's Jim Fake. Oh, Amy.
Sandwich and some what? What are we calling it?
What are we talking about? It's mostly Halloween, right?
Yeah, but then that old people list.
Yeah, but a sandwich in becoming your parents. A sandwich in some
Becoming your. It has to be something. Maybe I should get rid of the some.
No.
A sandwich and becoming your parents.
Oh.
Instead of a sandwich and some becoming your parents.
Fine. A sandwich in some Halloween lists. People love lists.
That's not very intriguing,
All
right?
right. No, it's not. All right. People love lists. All right, peoples. I need to upload. Our copywriter's tapping it out. Listen to that. All right.
So after the Halloween talk, we talked about becoming your parents.
Mm-hmm. I think.
What commercial is that for?
Progressive. Dr. Rick. He teaches adults in their 20s and 30s how not to become their parents. How do you pronounce this word? They're like, quinona? Quino? That was me. I swear I didn't know how to pronounce that word till I was 49. And then someone said it's quinoa. And I'm like, what is that, French? Good eye, mate. A sandwich and some U-shaped tables. It's not inviting. It's very intimidating. It's an intimidating setup.
It's not at all.
You learn that in training 101.
But the kids don't care because you're giving them candy. They don't care.
You want to make it inviting and welcoming, not lecturing, right? I don't know, Sam. I'm always confused. I just live my life in confusion. Throw candy at the children. Yeah, totally. I live in the land of confusion, actually. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.
We'll do some uploading and see if the World Series is still on.
Good night.
Talk to you soon.